Thanks for joining us on this edition of National Focus. I'm Nisha Charles. Coming up, the Housing Revolution program expands in the Mahaut Constituency, a link road for residents of Mahaut and Campbell, and the Honorable Blackmore assures security during the Carnival season. Stay tuned for details of these and other stories after this.
If you can believe this,
come by my house and let me show you some movies.
why can't you believe this? Some mothers don't believe their own children when they say they've been sexually abused, and they don't report it. Remember, if anyone asks to see or touch their private parts, touches them inappropriately, shows them or forces them to touch one's private parts, has sex with them, shows them pornographic material, or deliberately lets them hear or see the act of sex, then it is sexual abuse. Believe your child and report the sexual abuse. For more information about child abuse, contact these agencies. This message brought to you by UNICEF and this station.
Thanks for staying with us. The Labour Party administration is expanding the Housing Revolution program in the Mahaut constituency. A number of low-income houses are being constructed for residents. Honourable Parliamentary Representative for the Mahaut constituency, Rayburn Blackmore, says this is all part of government's promise to build 1,500 new homes across the length and breadth of Dominica.
We also have begun, some of the houses that I'm trying to look at. What I'm trying to do within the Mahaut constituency is to develop a template for low-income houses, for persons who cannot afford. I use the word cannot afford, because I believe that the government has a responsibility to prop people up. And of course, persons themselves have to be able to contribute if they're able to. In Ruby's case, Ruby is a mother of 4 children. She has a medical condition. She's 4 sick sometimes she's bedridden. And a significant other, her boyfriend, who incidentally is from Mahaut, died a couple years ago. So she's really in need. So these are the kind of persons I want to assist for the constituency. Very soon we'll be starting a couple more in Wana. And of course, we have also started one in Mahaut, which shall be going there now. And we have made the money available to the council in Campbell for the construction of another house for a real needy case in Campbell.
In the community of Warner, this young lady is excited to leave her current home and soon move into her new house, thanks to the government of Dominica.
I and 4 boys living in the single bedroom home. And they leak when it's raining. And when bad weather, I have to go to my nephew or by my sister. Or most of the time, I send them to go sleep with my sister or my nephew because they are so small and the boys are them big. I am a mother of 4. The children's father passed away in 2009. And I'm not working. All my life, I always wanted to have a proper home for I and the children. So I'm thankful for the government and my pal rep.
Project contractor Stalin Durant says the house should be complete in 2 weeks.
It is a house that really needed to be done for the young lady that just spoke a while ago. As you can maybe have a look on the outside, you can see what she was living in, and I was very privileged to take on the contract to build this house for her from Mr. Blackmore. And it has been a really good thing for Miss Ruby, and I can tell you that I will do my utmost best to have it done and finished, that she will leave the little one she in there and get into a nice, beautiful house.
Similar projects are taking place in the community of Mahaut.
This house, of course, is a 2-bedroom house and with a porch, living room, kitchen and toilet. And we are providing the basic. And of course, in any event, if a family member wants to help to extend, of course, that is commendable. The good thing about it, Ms. Thomas is very elated that we actually have kept our promise. And of course, as you know, we shall continue in the Mahaut constituency to touch the lives of the persons who are in need. Over the years, I've been able to develop, a large volume of information on persons who are actually in need. And in a very systematic way, I'm going through the process of ensuring that the persons who get housing assistance actually are the ones who actually need those assistance and form of assistance.
These low-income houses are estimated at $50,000. Residents of Mahaut and Campbell will soon see the completion of a link road between the two communities. The Honorable Parliamentary Representative for the Mahaut Constituency, Reuben Blackmore, says he is fulfilling his promise to residents of the area. GIS visited the site on Thursday.
There was a section of the road where a wall was erected. What we have done, we have acquired that parcel of land and we have broken down the wall and constructed the road from the higher elevation on the other side, and we're continuing all the way back into Lower Campbell Road. And that will be very important. What we intend to do is to make from the market area into Mount Jordan as a traverse into Campbell Road, a one-way traffic arrangement. So because we'll be required to go from this direction, from traveling from the market area into Mount Jordan and back into Campbell Road.
The road is expected to be complete in 3 weeks.
And we'll continue in the Mahaut constituency to work hard and to ensure that the quality of life of the people who have elected me continue to be improved.
The Cottage constituency is benefiting from the National Employment Program. The Honourable Member of Parliament for the Cottage constituency, Reginald Austrie, says since the launching of the National Employment Program, a number of young people have received training and in turn found employment.
A number of our young people from Clifton Capuchin in particular, Lago, were trained in the hospitality section, and about 25 of them graduated from that program, from that part of the constituency, and most of them are in fact with establishments and employed today. Also moving under the home renovation program, we also were able to train some 17 youths between Capuchin and Cottage Tukari. Most of these were dropouts from high school, and we were able to bring them into a program where it was a sort of apprenticeship program where they were very instrumental in the construction of the homes in Capuchin and so on, and quite a few of them have found employment in the construction industry. As you know, Cottage has always been an area for construction, and they have found themselves employed, and I'm very, very, very proud to say that I can say, moving, that we have a very large percentage of employment in that part of the country.
Today, the National Employment Program has employed over 1,400 people. The Honourable MP was speaking on Focus on Government and Development last week. As Dominica moves into the climax of the Carnival season, the Honourable Minister for National Security, Reuben Blackmore, has expressed confidence in the capacity of the Dominica Police Force to maintain peace. Honourable Blackmore was speaking at a handing over ceremony on the grounds of the police headquarters on Wednesday.
I want to give the people of Dominica the assurance that, especially in the city of Roseau, that every street and every corner in the city of Roseau will be under surveillance. So the intention, therefore, is to ensure that the people of Dominica enjoy themselves in an environment of peace and security. It is not a police state, but of course there are certain things that the state has to do and ensure that all of us can enjoy ourselves peacefully, and to ensure that those persons with wicked intention can be identified and placed where they belong.
On Thursday, GIS took you through a list of the traditional costumes worn during the Carnival celebrations. But how authentic are they today? And which of the islands has the real mask? Kimani Seja brings us this report.
One local cultural activist believes that a lot remains to be unearthed about the history of traditional carnival in the Caribbean. Dr. Alwyn Bully says although extensive research has been done by the likes of historian Lennox Honeychurch, the surface has barely been scratched when it comes to discovering how African traditions were handed down. He believes that if persons dig deeper into the roots of the islands, a better understanding of these traditions will help Caribbean people keep true to the traditional masks. For example, he makes a plea for the return of the traditional costume masks, of which the true meaning has been lost.
I've been a little disappointed in the fact that we are losing the traditional way of making masks. Growing up, the masks that were used for sensei was also the wire mask, and these were imported. So they had sort of like eyes and nose and mouth painted on them. But they would be adapted because that was even too easy to see through, in the opinion of most of the masqueraders. So they'll put cloth on the inside and just leave a hole for a whistle and another hole, 2 holes for the eyes. So you couldn't see through them at all. And then in places like Collyho for the band movie, they used goat skins to create the mask. So you had some of the fur of the goat skin, or sometimes you clean the goat skin, but they would put different colors of the goat skin together to create some stripes or create a design and so forth. And it looked a lot more authentic. Now what we have happening is we're seeing a lot of imported American masks coming in. Masks of, say, like American presidents, or from movies like that movie Scream, with the big face, with the big howling face, or werewolves and aliens and so forth.
This, he says, takes away from the authenticity of Dominica's carnival. He wants revelers to bring back the use of the wire masks and goat skin to create the Fiji. This allows for freedom of design and creativity for costume makers. As for having the real mask, every island in the Caribbean claims to have it. Bully says, in a sense, it's quite true. But why?
There's a distinct flavor to every carnival. I think how every island has a strong culture, but we have a particular flavor, which you could say this is Dominican culture. Our culture is just as authentic as anybody else's culture. But what I think we mean is that we do have a large number, and we pay a lot of tribute to the traditional costumes, maybe more so than other countries.
But he believes that there is one thing that is different about Dominica's carnival, one thing that justifies the island's claim of the real mass.
There's a lot of spontaneity. It's been very tough to get bands in terms of design costumes on the road. Most Dominicans don't tend to go for that at all. They go for having a great time on the road. As I say, give any Dominican a t-shirt and a bottle of beer, and that's carnival for them. But other islands, if there are no costumes, they feel that there's no carnival. I think if there's no costume in Dominica, most Dominicans wouldn't bat an eye. They say, it's a good time we're going to have, so whether we have costumes or not, we have a great time on the road. So that may be good, it may be bad. I mean, it's hard to say exactly what the outcome of that would be. A lot of people like to come to Dominica because it's easy to be on the road, while in other countries it's hard to be on the road because the roads are kept clear for the bands to parade.
He adds that others may find that Dominica's carnival lacks color, spectacle, and story in terms of the bands on the road. However, it's a matter of taste.
I think the spontaneity of the carnival in Dominica is unique. If you ask me what is real, is that sense of everybody recognizing that we are one nation, even for 2 days, and it might go back to separation in terms of political parties and religions and so forth, the way these two things tend to divide people. On those 2 days, I think we're prepared to forget it and recognize who we really are as Dominicans face to face. I think that's something that's very real and very tangible about Dominica's Carnival. So if I had to be asked exactly what is real about it and what's different about it, I'd say it's that openness of spirit, that welcoming spirit, that camaraderie that exists in Dominica Carnival.
In the end, the bottom line remains, the more that is known about the past and how the traditions were handed down, the better the islands, especially Dominica, will develop the true real mass. Kimani Saint-Jean for GIS News.
Thanks, Kimani, for that report. And now for a recap of the week's headline stories, here's Kerdisha St. Louis.
Welcome to this week's edition of Flashback. In the headlines this week, Dominica is in the process of introducing artificial insemination and embryo transfer. The project is being funded under the genetic improvement component of the banana accompanying measures, with 400,000 euros being made available. Odessa Eli is Miss Dominica 2015. On the night of February 6, 2015, Eli cupped the title for Best Talent, Best Swimwear, Best in Swimwear, Best Costume, Miss Photogenic, and Best Response to Question. Several Caribbean countries joined Dominica on February 9th to begin the process of conducting a soil fertility mapping project for the region. The purpose is to establish a database with updated information regarding soil fertility on the islands and will be carried out with the expertise of the Moroccan Agency for International Cooperation, AMCI. Also this week, Dominica will be the first to pilot a child assault prevention CAP program in the Caribbean region. 40 practitioners, both in the non-government and government sectors, will be trained to be facilitators to empower teachers, parents, and children to avoid, prevent, and resolve conflict or assault by peers and adults. On Wednesday, a handing over ceremony was held at the grounds of the police headquarters to officially present 3 vehicles to Mr. Daniel Carbon, Chief of Police. On Wednesday, GIS News took a tour of the first phase of what is to become a carpentry workshop at the Dominica State Prison, funded by an $88,000 grant by the Canada Fund for Local Initiatives. We learned this week that the Eden and Amelia Baptist Memorial Foundation will reconstruct a library, resource center, and Catholic parish hall in the community of St. Joseph. The Ministry of Education has adopted the Child-Friendly Schools Initiative, which seeks to ensure that schools are safer, healthier, and a more positive place for children. And Sheldon D. Professor Alfred is the youngest Stardom tent winner to date, capturing the crown on Wednesday, the 11th of January. Those were the headline stories which made the news this week. Back to you, Jana.
Thank you, Kerdisha. And that's the English news. McPherson St. Luce is next with the Creole highlights.
Allô tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole. Non moins, c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, résident Saint-Joe qui tout suite en facilité bibliothèque. Fondation Eden and Family, car on s'y pour faciliter là. Si l'homme en parlement Honorable Kelva Darrow, fondation là qui continue et puis développement community ça là.
Nous tenions une cérémonie pour faire un groundbreaking pour un library en Haute Saint-Joe. Et puis project ça là c'est un projet et puis c'est Eden et Amelia Baptist Foundation et puis c'est place Saint-Joe pour faire un library. Et puis, je dis merci pour Eden et puis Amelia Baptist Foundation pour le projet ça là. Et puis, le projet ça là, qu'a fait en la terre l'église là, l'église catholique. Et puis, nous disons merci pour l'église catholique et puis Fada Vanti qui va nous permission là pour venir là pour faire ce projet ça là. Et puis, les projets ça là commencé, le gouvernement qui a assisté au projet ça là. Et puis nous qui assistons et puis c'est Salaman et puis bloc et puis ciment et puis toute bagaille ça là. Et puis comparé pour le dit projet ça là c'est un bon projet. Plus nous qui fait tout le monde Haute Saint-Joe pour Amélie et puis nous exhorter tout le monde pour mener en la main projet ça là. Plus projet ça là c'est projet pour Saint-Joe. Pas dit, moi pas qu'à lire, ou pas dit, c'est ça baptiste ou c'est pareil pour eux. Pas dit ça. Tout le monde s'est pour venir en bord et venir pour faire une contribution pour le projet ça là.
Honorable Darrow fait parole qu'il est facilité ça là qui est en opération et qui est en bonne facilité.
Nous avons dit que le projet ça là fini pour Ministry Information Technology et qui est en Wi-Fi zone. Ça qui fait tout le monde qui a computer, qui a tablette, qui a smartphone. Vous avez accès à Internet, place ça là. Et bien, place ça là, si ouvert, si la clé, vous avez accès à Internet ça là. Petit qui est en Wi-Fi zone. Je dis merci pour Eden et puis Amelia Baptist Foundation pour contribution ça là. Vous avez un comité et foundation, vous avez un pli pour Saint-Joe. Vous avez un livre, vous avez un scholarship, vous avez un medical equipment pour health center là. Et bien nous disons merci pour eux. Et bien moi c'est par là, mais qu'on continue pour work ensemble et puis pour voir Saint-Joe monter plus haut.
En d'autres nouvelles, le projet chimique a continué de taper attention à Mount Georgian à Mahaut. Membre parlement Honorable Ribbon à Blackmore visité le projet là mercredi semaine là.
Nous avons try connecter Mount Georgian avec Campbell Road. Nous avons commencé à travailler avec une maçon. On a monté érecteur maçon. avait voiture avec mon pas de ça passer. Ça nous fait nous gagner terre là, hot monde là, avec nous construire un chemin. Et bien ça nous a fait non. Nous avons continué chemin là, comme ça nous a battu ce drain là, puis là où on la pluie, place de flotte tout le monde. So, c'est un projet qui est bien important pour moi, puis monter faire un promettre. Mon hot monde avec Mahaut, donc les mots gagnent encore. Nous avons fait 7 ans. Nous continuons chemin là. Hot monde pour Campbell, nous avons fait ça aujourd'hui. Mon bien content tout le monde.
En d'autres nouvelles, le gouvernement Dominique a tenu un commitment mené de l'eau potable tout en Dominique. Parole celle-là sorti Hon.Minister Management de l'eau, Honorable Reginald Ostring. Selon Honorable Ostring, le gouvernement Labour Party déjà dépensé 180 millions de dollars en secteur de l'eau Dominique. Honorable Ostring dit en l'année 2012 pour actuellement 73 millions de dollars dépensés pour le système de l'eau et pour réparation plaisir d'autres. Dominique bien avancé pour joindre Millennium Development Goals où là 100% tout pays ni accès pour de l'eau potable. Dernière occasion qui fait Dominique activer 100% de l'eau potable, c'est Community Bells où le système de l'eau neuf qu'a bâti pour les premières fois. Et puis finalement, plusieurs projets de développement qui ont tapé attention en constituency Casse-Bruce. Parole celle-là, sorti hot membre parlement, Honorable Johnson Drago.
En constituency, moi, qu'on a dit, nous avons des projets qui sont bien importants. Et bien, c'est ça nous avons regardé contre là, c'est quand nous avons parlé tout le temps, nous passons stop parler contre l'importance là pour nous planter, pour planter, ça fait stretch là à Casse-Bruce. Et bien, nous avons dit planter Casse-Bruce qui a ni agriculture, stretch Casse-Bruce, habitation Casse-Bruce, qui nous a eu support pour ça, pour nous faire toute area ça en centre agriculture à sous isla pour Casse-Bruce. Nous avons aussi dit ces femmes pour Tchébé fort, nous avons supporté à mieux besoin. Et bien, nous avons plusieurs projets car les Casse-Bruce ça fait caille. Là, nous avons fait caille par les gens qui étaient affectés par le désastre. C'est caille ça est presque fini. So, talent nous que ça mène, mon Casse-Bruce ça encore pour nous parler contre ces caille ça.
Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelles en créole pour à présent. Non moins, c'est McPherson Saint-Luce qui souhaite tout le monde un bon week-end et une bonne saison carnaval. Au revoir.
Coming up next, how to brighten your day.
Dominica is blessed with an abundance of water, but getting it to your home is an expensive venture. You have a responsibility to conserve water, to use it wisely. Remember the old adage, you never miss the water till the well runs dry. Think water, think life.
Entering your day happy and relaxed can increase your chances of having a productive, healthy day. Here are a few ways to help the process. Set your alarm 15 minutes earlier. That way, you don't have to jump out of bed and rush through your morning. Stretch your extremities for 15 seconds. Try this even before you open your eyes. Lift your arms and begin by stretching each finger, then your hand, then your wrist, then your arms. You've just limbered up your muscles and joints and enhanced the flow of blood through your body, providing an extra shot of oxygen to all your tissues. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica, and follow our Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. From all of us here on the GIS News Production team, I'm Nisha Charles. Thanks for watching and do have a safe carnival.